Liam Delap.
I mean, it could be that Reece James has to be deployed centrally. As Delap tries to get in for his second! That's the sort of poacher's goal that he wanted to display today. An instinctive strike. Chelsea's 4 goals to 1.
João Pedro.
From Reece James. Jonetto watched on from the sidelines as that's developing so well. What a delivery. What a start to his Chelsea career for Joao Pedro, as he scores a 5th goal in 5 games for Chelsea. They had high hopes for him, but did anyone expect he'd have...
Chelsea's striker situation is different this season. Not just improved, different. For the first time in years, the Blues have 2 completely contrasting, fully capable number 9s who can change the game in completely different ways. Liam Delap, João Pedro. 2 new faces, 2 different skill sets, 1 shared mission to terrorize Premier League defenses all season long. And here's why this striking duo is the most balanced, most dangerous, and most versatile in the entire league. The summer rebuild under Enzo Maresca wasn't just about filling gaps, it was about building weapons. Chelsea fans have seen enough of false dawn strikers over the past few years. This time, they've got 2 young, hungry forwards who already look comfortable in blue. Liam Delap came in with a reputation for being an old-school English center forward, powerful, aggressive, and ruthless inside the box. His Chelsea introduction, 1 goal and 1 assist in the Club World Cup, followed by 2 goals in a preseason clash with AC Milan. Not bad for a player many thought might take months to adapt.
Has to be deployed centrally. As Delap tries to get in for his second! That's the sort of poacher's goal.
I like Liam Delap I think Chelsea need 2 strikers.
2 more on top of Jackson?
Yeah, I think they need 2 more on top of Jackson, or even if Jackson was to leave, then 2 strikers. They need 2 strikers, in my opinion. I don't think Delap and Jackson are going to get Chelsea where they want to be, which is at the top of the league, or winning the Champions League. But for me, you don't have 3 strikers who are all world-class superstars either. You have a Jackson, you have a Delap who's younger, who's got potential to grow. And 32 million represents good value in today's market, and I think that's a good buy for Chelsea.
João Pedro's start, even hotter. 3 goals in the Club World Cup, including match-defining strikes, and then back-to-back goals in friendlies against Bayer Leverkusen and AC Milan.
Everyone making runs, but the best run was from that man there. Wasn't picked up by Tomari or Terracciano. Wide open. Heading practice in the end. Yeah, textbook header. What a lovely ball in, teasing tomorrow.
No slow settling in, no adjustment period, just instant impact. What makes this so exciting for Chelsea fans isn't just the goals, it's the contrast in styles. When you need a pure box predator, the kind of striker who thrives on crosses, presses defenders into mistakes, links up with midfielders in tight spaces, and bullies center-backs physically, you turn to Liam Delap. He's direct, fearless, and built for those gritty, chaotic Premier League games where every header and every 50-50 matters. When you face an opponent that requires flexibility, movement, and craft, you call João Pedro. He's a forward who can drop deep to help the midfield, drift into the channels to stretch defenses, and link play with technical precision. He's as comfortable slipping a through ball as he is finishing one. Maresca doesn't just have 2 strikers, he has 2 tactical options, each capable of fitting into completely different game plans. One of the most common problems for big clubs is having same-style strikers. It means if plan A fails, you don't really have a plan B, just another plan A with different boots. Chelsea don't have that problem anymore. They have plan A, Liam Delap, the relentless boxman, battering ram, and poacher.
And release clause requirements being met.
Is this still a risk?
Is that a good signing for Chelsea?
It's a good signing for Chelsea.
Or is it low risk?
He is a market opportunity to get a young up-and-coming English player who, he passes the eye test, he knows where the back of the net is. He scored 12 goals for a really poor Ipswich team, one of the worst we've seen in the Premier League. And he knows where the back of the net is. It's always still a risk putting that much pressure on a young 22-year-old. But with Chelsea, if I'm honest, I can see them. That's just collecting. They get another one.
Plan B, João Pedro, the intelligent, drifting, link-up striker.
He is all or nothing, Joao. Exceptional football player. The misconception of him is that he's a troublemaker. He's absolutely not that at all. At Chelsea now, you're going to see the real Joao Pedro. It's always been, I want to be the best. I want to play for my national team. I want to be the new R9. I think if he does well for 2 years there, at Real Madrid, at Barcelona, they'll come knocking. Exceptional football player.
Plan C, both on the pitch at the same time, in a double striker system where one occupies the center backs and the other wreaks havoc in the spaces. And here's the scary part. Both are still young and nowhere near their peak. Imagine the chemistry they'll build over the season. How the competition stacks up? Let's be clear. Chelsea's striker depth is unmatched in the Premier League right now. Manchester City might be the closest comparison, with Erling Haaland as the fixed, goal-obsessed number 9 and Omar Marmoush bringing more flexibility. But even then, Haaland is irreplaceable for them. If he's injured, the system changes dramatically. Arsenal? Victor Gyökeres is a good all-arounder, but beyond him, Kai Havertz is more of a false 9 than a true striking option. Liverpool have Hugo Ekitike, and while they're pushing to sign Alexander Isak, the gap in style and proven depth compared to Chelsea's duo is clear. Manchester United, they have Benjamin Sesko and Joshua Zirkzee, both talented but stylistically similar. The point is, no other big Premier League club can swap between two elite, stylistically opposite strikers without weakening their game plan. Maresca has that luxury. Maresca's tactical advantage. Enzo Maresca's entire philosophy is built on control, structure, and intelligent positional play. But within that framework, he needs strikers who can finish off moves in very different scenarios. Against low blocks, Delap's strength and penalty box instincts are vital.
Burns with the cross. It's a terrific shot by Aaron.
Although they have won the ball back here, they couldn't, could they? Oh! Added on at the end to try and salvage this. And it goes towards the left.
Instead he's found Clark. Clark cutting it back for the left. And it's in at the near post. And it's 2-2 at Portman Road.
Behind 3 times to draw as well. This is dropped for Delap again. Strong arm from Jorgensen, and it needed to be.
Against high presses, João Pedro's ability to drop into midfield and help progress the ball is a game changer.
Zirkzee, who got the winner against Fulham late on at Old Trafford, is down on the floor. Here's Milner, and Milner...
You have to say as well tonight, I'm not even sure, have we had a shot on target yet?
Pedro going for the 1-2, and he's made the 1-2.
João Pedro for Brighton. Milner.
Now into the area, and it's come to... And he doesn't have much to aim for in the middle, but he has found Believer!
He's through on goal. Big save, Ryan, but it's followed up by
And when
Joao.
Chelsea are chasing a game late on, the two-striker approach could overwhelm tired defenses. Delap attacking crosses, Pedro picking up second balls or creating openings. It's flexibility that managers dream of, and now Chelsea has it. Depth isn't just about tactics, it's about competition. Having two young, ambitious strikers fighting for the same shirt will push both to higher levels. Neither can afford to get comfortable. When Delap scores, Pedro knows he has to respond. When Pedro bags a brace, Pedro knows he has to deliver. That's the kind of internal rivalry that turns good players into elite ones.
When we was initially linked, I was like, what are we doing? Because we don't play with a second striker. We just play with Palmer in the 10, 2 wide wingers in the touchline and then the striker. Where's he going to play? Surely we're not spending 60 million on a backup 10. But in the last couple of games in the Club World Cup, we've actually been experimenting with the formation. We played a 3-4-3, played a 4-2-2-2, and then when you look at where Joao Pedro plays best, he could actually play in both those systems, just off the striker or in a front two. So if that's what they're planning on doing, and they're changing the way they've played to what we saw last season, then you can see a space for him in the team.
And the best part? It's the fans who win, because every match they'll see a striker who's playing like his spot depends on it. Looking ahead, there's a genuine argument that this strike partnership, whether playing together or rotating, could be the difference between Chelsea being top 4 challengers and genuine title contenders.
Joao Pedro even for that back heel when Cole Palmer just shot wide. I don't know what's going on with him in these first few games, but I'm very moved. I'm very Phil because I've always liked him, but I didn't know necessarily how much impact or influence he would have because he hasn't put up numbers. So you're kind of just counting on him to be around better players and to just up his numbers. And he has started like a house on fire. That finish, on top of the 2 finishes in the previous, on top of the assist, it's just...
With Cole Palmer and Esteva William feeding them, plus Maresca's structured but attacking system, Delap and João Pedro could both easily hit double digits in the league. Add in cup competitions and Europe, and Chelsea might see both men crossing the 15-20 goal mark for the season. It's not just about numbers, it's about match-winning moments, and with these two, Chelsea now have strikers who can win games in completely different ways. In a league full of talented forwards, Chelsea have something rare, 2 completely different elite strikers at the same time. Liam Delap gives Maresca the raw power and penalty box ruthlessness. João Pedro brings the flair, flexibility, and creativity. Other clubs might have the stars, but they don't have this balance. They don't have this depth. Chelsea do. And that's why, this season, the Blue striker department isn't just good. It's the best in the Premier League.